Hello, everyone. Doc Whedon here, taking you through my first lap at the 2019 Lake Elsinore Grand Prix. This is the 450 40 plus race at 11 o'clock a.m. on Saturday. So we're going to go through it here. And this is my first lap. Battled with this guy here for the first little bit of the first lap here. I would get him here on this first straightaway. And cross over the first road and then down into here. The track was shorter this year. Really didn't like that. I'd much rather go down into the soft stuff. Now we get into basically catching up to the first wave, which is the 30 plus wave. This is my favorite section of the track, blasting up this road through this neighborhood here. You have to watch out though, at the end of it, comes pretty quick. If you don't know, that that transition there can catch you off guard. In the team race, I saw a guy go down pretty hard there. So past this guy right here. I think I commented on his YouTube video. Now it gets into the dust. So this is the, I think now we're into the 30 plus wave. Yeah, it was a little bit of a traffic jam. Coming down this section right here. Yeah, traffic jam. Trying to get through this crowd as fast as I can. Especially when there's no visibility like this guy in front of me is a little squirrely, but especially when there's not as this low visibility like this, you want to get through these people as quick as you can. Come around this corner. Oh, those two guys went down. That corner was soft, so it caught people off guard. Now we're going to come into a section right here. What we call the hole. This section was probably the worst section of the track on Saturday. Only because there was no water on the track at all. The promoters, Dirt Series, they failed to water or prep the track at all for Saturday's races. And I've never seen the track this bad. Just the dust was just horrendous. You get up through this section here. Sorry for the quality of my camera. I found my old replay in my gear bag the morning of the race, and I said, "Hey, let's give it a try." So I charged it up, put a card in it, and duct taped it to my helmet. So that's why it's like a little shaky. I had to mess with the contrast a little bit in post production just to get something out of it. The lens is not the greatest, so we're back here on the backside over by Lake Chevrolet. Coming into the area where all the campers are. This section here also was pretty dusty. Just the soft sand silt was bad. You can see a big old dust cloud right there. Now this section coming up here, this section leads into the fork. If you go left, you go into the water jump. If you go right, you go to the alternate route. The water jump was the fastest line all weekend. The alternate route in the past has been only about a half a second slower. This year it was significantly slower. So in practice, before my race here, I went out and just did the water jump. It was pretty easy, just an easy double. And it proved to be the fast line all weekend long. Now we're getting into what is known as the ridge route. You can see visibility is pretty bad up here as well. So anybody that's raced the Elsinore Grand Prix knows that the ridge route is known for flat tires. Uh, Rocks just come out and they attack your tires, and you get flats if you're not running the proper air pressure. I run about 16 pounds of air in my tires, just specifically for this section of the course. Um, in all the years that I've raced it since probably 93 or 95. I've only gotten one flat tire. My nephew got two flat tires throughout the weekend this year, and that was because he was running 14, 15 pounds. You don't want to come to this race, and only run the motocross pressure of 12 pounds. You don't want to do that. You're guaranteed to get a flat if you do. In the team race later on in the day, we counted 16 teams that got flat tires. Guaranteed they were running probably 13, 14 pounds of pressure. So I'm just taking my time through this ridge route. I've raced this race many years, so I know this area pretty well and what lines I need to take and what lines I can't take. Uh, if you push it through this section, you can end your day pretty bad by going over the edge. So I just kind of take my time. I push where I can. I'll follow where I can, where I need to. There's no sense in pushing it through this section here. You got the rest of the course to get through. This section here, it's what they call the Widowmaker. We're coming down the Widowmaker this year. I think it was 2013 where we came up the Widowmaker. That was a bad deal. You might find that go YouTube it somewhere. The 2013 race. There is a video from a guy that shows the bottleneck when we were going up there. People could not get up that hill because it was so rocky and loose. Um, Pretty comical. Anyways, I hate this section here. This section's pretty bad. Now we drop down, and now we get into going back towards Main Street. This is a little section here. Has a couple of rollers that you can hit. They were fun. The last one was the best one to hit. The photographer was right there taking photos of Mad Moose. And this little motocross section was kind of nice. It zigzagged you back into Main Street. Now we're back onto the asphalt here. I can get a little bit of a rest, get my arms, shake up my arms a little bit. Coming into this horseshoe here. This horseshoe was slick all weekend just because of the hay bales. On Friday, I I tipped it over in the Generations race. It's my buddy Mike with the yellow flag. And now that's my first lap. Now we're back into the scoring section. Still in the lead, taking the lead right here. Coming back down. This part's fun too. Just got to remember not to cook it into this corner. Alright guys, that was my first lap. I'll let you guys go through the second lap here. And hopefully we'll see you guys at next year, the 2020 Lake Elsinore Grand Prix.